So we can denote with I. So Van 't Hoff introduced Van 't Hoff factor in 1886. So generally the colligative properties are directly proportionality to the quantity of solute, and the colligative properties are inversely proportionality to the molecular mass. Inversely proportionality to the molecular mass. Clear, student? Right? The colligative properties are directly proportionality to the quantity of solute, not its nature. And the colligative properties are inversely proportionality to the molecular mass. Right. So generally we will take an example of we'll take a glass container. So this contains some amount of water. We are adding, you can add 1 mole of urea or 1 mole of sucrose, or you can add 1 mole of glucose, like. So these all are non-electrolytes. These are non-electrolytes. So here the amount of non-volatile solute is 1 mole. So here also 1 mole, here also 1 mole. So therefore the colligative property is directly proportionality to the quantity of non-volatile solute. So 1 mole, 1 mole, 1 mole. Here, so these non-volatile solutes are dissolved in water. It cannot be dissociate nor associate. So therefore, the observed colligative property and the theoretical colligative property are same. That means the Van 't Hoff factor I is equal to 1, because here I value is equal to 1. So therefore, how we can denote Van 't Hoff factor I is equal to observed colligative property upon theoretical or calculated colligative property. So clear, student? So what is Van 't Hoff factor I is equal observed colligative property upon theoretical or calculated colligative property. Here in this case the observed colligative property is equal to 1, because here, so these non-volatile electrolyte solutions cannot be dissociate nor associate. So therefore the observed colligative property is equal to 1. So and here the theoretical colligative property is equal to 1, or calculated colligative property is equal to 1. So therefore the Van 't Hoff factor I is equal to 1. So the Van 't Hoff factor I is equal to 1 for non-electrolyte volatile solutes like urea, sucrose and glucose. So here the Van 't Hoff factor means cannot be changed. Okay, and also here we can write the Van 't Hoff factor I is equal to. So the colligative properties are directly proportionality to the quantity of solute and inversely proportionality to the molecular mass. So therefore we will write in the case of molecular mass, that is I is equal to calculated, it is reverse, calculated or theoretical molecular mass divided by observed molecular mass. So these two formulas are very important, students. So here the observed colligative property upon theoretical or calculative property here. So based on molecular mass, it is inversely proportional because the colligative properties are inversely proportionality to the molecular mass. So therefore it will be reverse. So that is calculated or theoretical molecular mass upon observed molecular mass. Clear, student? So these two formulas are very, very important. Okay, right. So then we will move to the, in the case of electrolyte solutions. Electrolyte solutions. In the case of electrolyte solution. So you can take a glass vessel which contains some amount of water. So we are adding 1 mole of sodium chloride. It is electrolyte solution. You can add 1 mole sodium chloride, or you can add 1 molar barium chloride, or you can add whatever the amount of non-volatile solute here. So the theoretical colligative property here, the theoretical colligative property is equal to 1, student. The theoretical colligative property is equal to 1 because here we are taking 1 mole of sodium chloride. Okay, so this sodium chloride is dissolved in water. So what will happen? So the sodium chloride is dissociate into Na plus and Cl minus ions. So therefore 1 mole of NaCl is in water. It dissociate into produce 1 mole of Na plus ion and 1 mole of Cl minus ion. So therefore here the dissociation process, it becomes 2. It becomes 2. So means the 1 mole of sodium chloride is produced 2 moles of ion. So therefore here observed colligative property is equal to 1. Observed colligative property is equal to 2. So because it dissociates into 2 moles of ion. So therefore what we are assuming, so the given question 1 mole of sodium chloride is there, but when we are going to the observed colligative property, so is equal to 2. So therefore the theoretical and observed colligative properties are not matching. So therefore want of introduced a factor, so that is called as I. So therefore want of factor I is equal to, we know very well, so that is observed colligative property upon theoretical or calculated property. So therefore colligative property. So that is what is observed colligative property is 2 and the theoretical colligative property is 1. So therefore I is equal to 2. So I is equal to 2. So in this case, when it is dissociate, when the non-volatile solute is dissociate in solution, the I value is greater than 1. I value becomes greater than 1. So that is very, very important. In the case of non-electrolytes, the I value is equal to 1. In the case of electrolytes, when it is going to be dissociate, the I value is greater than 1, student. Okay. So here we will write the, in the case of dissociation, the I value is greater than 1. So we will write a table. So when the given electrolyte solution is going to be dissociate into the solution, so here we will write I value and the quantity of solute and changes in colligative property and changes in molecular mass. Clear, student? Right. So when the electrolyte solution is going to be dissociate, here the 1 mole of sodium chloride is dissociate into 2 moles of Na plus and Cl minus ion. So therefore the colligative property is greater than 1. So therefore I value is greater than 1. So the quantity of solute increases because, so generally the colligative properties are directly proportionality to the quantity of solute, because here we are taking 1 mole of sodium chloride is going to be dissociate into 2 moles of ion. So therefore the quantity of solute is increases. Clear? Right. So the colligative property, already the colligative properties are directly proportionality to the quantity of solute. The quantity of solute increases, the colligative properties also increases. Okay, clear. So the colligative properties are inversely proportionality to the molecular mass. Already we have discussed. So therefore, if the colligative properties are inversely proportionality to the molecular mass, if the colligative properties are increases, the molecular mass will be decreases. Clear? Right. So this is when the electrolyte solution is going to be dissociate. So the increase in the quantity of solute and increase in the colligative properties, but decrease in the molecular mass, and in this case I value is greater than 1. So when we are taking in the case of non-electrolyte non-volatile solute, so the I value becomes 1, because the electrolyte, the non-volatile solute cannot be dissociate nor associate. So therefore the I value cannot be changed. So therefore the theoretical and observed colligative properties are same. In that case I value is equal to 1. But here the theoretical and observed colligative properties are not same. Okay, clear. So we will derive a relation between when the non-electrolyte solution is going to be dissociate. So we will find out the degree of dissociation. Okay, so degree of dissociation. Degree of dissociation. Clear, student? Degree of dissociation. So we can assign as alpha. So what is degree of dissociation? Degree of dissociation. So degree of dissociation we can define as the fraction of total molecules. The fraction of, we can define as the fraction of total molecules are dissociate into simple molecules or ions. So that is degree of dissociation. So degree of dissociation we can define as the fraction of total molecules are dissociate into the simple molecule or ions. Clear? Right. So here we will take sodium chloride, or we will take AN. So this is initial compound. Okay, so it's going to be dissociate into N moles of A. Okay, so when the reaction was not started, so the time is 0. The concentration of reactants initial is equal to 1. So here at initial concentration, here there is no reaction between the reactant, so the product was not formed. So therefore the product concentration is equal to 0. So when time t, so the change in the concentration of reactant means decrease in the concentration of reactants and increase in the concentration of product. So therefore here, so 1 minus, so here we are taking the initial concentration is 1, so decrease in, so here write in the name of degree of dissociation, that is alpha. So therefore, so decrease in the concentration of reactant, that is 1 minus alpha, and here so it forms n moles of degree of dissociation, n moles of degree of dissociation. So therefore I is equal to 1 minus alpha plus n into alpha, 1 minus alpha plus n into alpha. So therefore I is equal to 1 plus n alpha minus alpha. I is equal to 1 plus n alpha minus alpha. So therefore I is equal to, we will take common alpha, 1 plus alpha into n minus 1. So 1 becomes here. So here I minus 1 is equal to alpha into n minus 1. So therefore alpha is equal to I minus 1 by n minus 1. So this is the formula for the calculation of a degree of dissociation, that is alpha is equal to alpha is equal to I minus 1 by n minus 1. Alpha is equal to I minus 1 by n minus 1. So this is in the case of degree of dissociation, student. Clear? We will see. Right. For example, 2 moles of acetic acid in benzene solution. So here it is a weak electrolyte. Acetic acid is a weak electrolyte. So it is in benzene. So it's going to be dimerized and it forms CH3COOH whole twice. Okay. So here we are taking the 2 moles of acetic acid. So that means the theoretical colligative property here, the theoretical colligative property is 2, but here, so the observed colligative property is equal to 1. So here we are taking actually the 2 moles of acetic acid, but when you are going to dissolve in, when we are going to add in benzene solution, so here it becomes 1 mole. So therefore here, therefore the change in the Van 't Hoff factor, so that is I is equal to, we know very well, that is observed colligative property is divided by theoretical or calculated colligative property, that is equal to 1 by 2, so that is equal to 0.5. So here the observed colligative property and theoretical colligative property, here we will get the Van 't Hoff factor I value is equal to 0.5. So therefore, when the electrolyte solution is going to be associate, so the I value becomes less than 1. So therefore here, when the solution is going to be, the electrolyte solution is going to be associate, so the I value is less than 1. Clear, student? So when the solution is going to be dissociate, the I value is greater than 1. When the solution is going to be, when the solute is going to be associate, the value is equal to 1. So means the 2 moles are converts into, in the product side is only 1 mole. So therefore I value is less than 1. For example, so we are taking 100 molecules of acetic acid. Clear? So we are taking 100 molecules of acetic acid at a time t is equal to 0. So there is no change in the there is no change in the formation of product. So therefore here, so 0. When upon time t, so here only not complete complete association, only the 50% of acetic acid is going to be. So that means 100 minus 50. So is equal to, not these 100 molecules are not converting, undergoing to be dimerization, only, so this 50% is going to be dimerized, means 50 by 2, that means is equal to 25. So the 25 molecules are going to be dimerized. So therefore the total number of particles in the solution, that is I is equal to the total number of particles in the solution, that is 100 minus 50 plus 25. So that is equal to 100 minus 50 means nothing but, student, 50. 50 plus 25, that is equal to 75. So here actually we are taking 100 numbers of acetic acid, but here only the I value is equal to 75. So here, so the I value is less than 100. Okay, clear? So that is I value. So we will derive the relation in the case of degree of association. Okay, so here what is degree of association, student? The fraction of total number of molecules which are the total number of molecules which are associated or combined together to form a larger molecule. So the simpler molecules are converted into a larger molecule. Okay, clear, student? Right. So we will take an equation, that is AN is going to be n moles of A is going to be converts into A factor n. Clear? So here the initial concentration T is equal to 0. The number of moles is equal to 1. So there is no change in the concentration of product at initial time, that is T is equal to 0. Right? When time changes T, so the change in the degree of association, that is alpha. You can write any other letter beta also. So that is 1 minus alpha. So the change in the product degree of association, that is alpha by n. So that is like 1 by 2. I is equal to observed colligative property upon theoretical colligative property. So that is here the number of molecules are associating. So means here the number of molecules of reactant side and the product side is decreases. So that's why that is becomes 1 by n. So therefore the degree of association is alpha is multiplied by 1 by n, that becomes alpha by n. So that means here the number of particles in product side is decreases because the simpler molecules are combined or associate together. Here we are getting 1. So for example, so we have 2 molecules, it going to be 1. So means here the number of molecules are decrease in product side. So that's why here we are writing alpha by n. So therefore I is equal to total number of particles in the solution, that is 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n. So here total number of particles in the solution. Total number of particles in the solution. Clear, students? So that is equal to I is equal to 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n. So that is equal to 1 minus 1 plus alpha by n minus alpha. Clear? So I is equal to, we will take a common alpha, 1 minus n, 1 by n minus 1. So clear? So 1 is shifted to here, that becomes I minus 1, that is equal to alpha into 1 minus 1 by n minus 1, or alpha is equal to, we will write that is I minus 1 divided by 1 by n minus 1. So this is the formula for the calculation of degree of association, that is alpha is equal to I minus 1 by n minus 1. So this is the formula for the calculation of degree of association alpha. Okay, clear, student? So these two concepts are very important. When the electrolyte solution is going to be dissociate in the solution, that is alpha is equal to I minus 1 by n minus 1. When the non-volatile solute is going to be associate in the solution, so that is the formula alpha is equal to I minus 1 by n minus 1. Okay, so I value is less than 1. So in the case of dissociation, I value is greater than 1. So in the case of association, I value is less than 1, and the quantity of solute is decreases because we are taking the 2 moles of acetic acid and it going to be converted into undergoing dimerization and going to be converted into only 1. So therefore the quantity of solute is decreases. And the colligative property is directly proportionality to the quantity of solute. The quantity of solute decreases, simultaneously the colligative properties decreases. The colligative properties are inversely proportionality to the molecular mass. If the colligative properties are decreases, so the molecular masses are increases. Okay, so clear? So this table is very important. So I value is greater than 1 for when the solute is going to be dissociate. I value is less than 1 when the solute is going to be associate. So that's why the I value is changes. So due to this reason, the Van 't Hoff changes in the colligative, because the colligative properties is inversely proportionality to the molecular mass. So that's why he has changes in the colligative properties, like change in relative lowering in vapor pressure and osmotic pressure, So depression in freezing point and elevation of boiling point. So in the case of RLVP is equal to mole fraction of solute, and elevation in boiling point, that is equal to delta TB is equal to KB into molality. Clear? So the colligative properties are inversely proportionality to the molecular mass. So depression in freezing point, that is equal to Kf into molality, and so pi is equal to osmotic pressure is equal to, we can write CST or CRT. So here when the solute is going to be associate and dissociate, so the colligative properties are changes. So that's why the Van 't Hoff introduced in this all relations, he introduced it is multiplying I into mole fraction of non-volatile solute and I into Kb into M, I into Kf into M, I into CST or I into CRT. So this is the changes in colligative property. So Van 't Hoff introduced Van 't Hoff factor I. So this is relation is, these formulas are very important. Okay, clear student?